We're supposing to finish this game right now. I will have wasted like 20 minutes. Damn. Okay. Sorry guys for that. I'm not sure if we're gonna catch it up. Let's try. Let's try our best. We can start. So, from yesterday. Is there something left over here? Lambeth? No, so far no. There are City of London main mission and Dreadful Crimes. Are we gonna start with the Dreadful Crimes? Why not? Why not? Yesterday we ended with Dreadful Crimes, today we're starting with ones. The Circle of Life, yeah. I'm kind of missing skills in the end game. Like, I mean, if you are in the in game, there's like 65% there was, I don't know, maybe 65 pound, maybe 17. I'm not sure if it's end game. But we don't have a for a full day yesterday for like some time already. We've maxed everything, so I prefer, you know, to have something to improve all the time. Always keeping you in the game. Another factor, of course, because like still game is anyway good. Cool. Cool. London is cool. Twins are cool. Missions are cool. Fight is okay, like in an SSA. It's not game about fighting. But since like few assassins, there are always some upgrades that you can get good out for, like upgrading your character, so it was actually good, and now we lost that in half of the game. Okay, Dreadful Crimes, the most hated man in London. Deduce which of all the potential murderers actually killed Ashton.
Think of that. Crushed by a crate. The most hated man in London.
Can you imagine achieving such a title? One day my brilliance will bring me similar recognition.
Mr. Raymond, what are you talking about?
It's of no consequence. What's important is that this man was hated by many. But who delivered the fatal blow?
Where is it? Like, we're... Why are you guys here if it actually happened over there? Ashton's body has been crushed by the crate, but close inspection reveals other anomalies. A puncture wound to the gut, a bullet wound in the back, and the victim's skin has an odd green pallor with yellowing around the eyes. Inspection of the bullet wound indicates that such a wound would cause death in 12 minutes. Yeah, but the crate actually killed him, huh? Unless not. Crate appears to have fallen from overhead crane on the airstrip. Ashton agenda. Pharmacy, 1 p.m. pub, 5 after 1 p.m. Apple, 1 p.m. 9 minutes. Household act, 10 minutes after 1 p.m. Okay. So actually, like, he had like 4 minutes to drink a beer, to eat an apple. Okay, this is like, I don't understand it. Allocation lock. You can now make accusation or continue investigation. Make accusations with care. Okay. Watch broken pocket watch in Sky John and Ashton. Stop that. 117 precisely. Okay, 117 precisely. So it was 12 minutes. Like, so he got shot in the pub. Or later. For sure not in pharmacy. Tracks. The path John Ashak took before he died. What happened with the game? This is not my day. Uplay just closed itself. Guys, what is going on with Uplay today? So those are not graphic settings. Because game launched. And restart help. Right now, Uplay just crashed. Not Assassin's Creed. Not the game itself. Client. The game requires to have launched client. Oh. See if there's like any info about crashing. You connect. Ubisoft Connect crashes. %, by the way. They're talking about games. More like flying. 5 days ago, Ubisoft Connect crashes a lot, okay. Of course, have you tried to reinstall? Okay, we're back. Let's just wait a little. There was something very fast going through. So we know, 12 minutes, yeah, there was a lot of things he got. And many people did not like him. Crashed great. Watch that stop at 17 minutes past. Yeah, we've checked this one and then the game or client. For me it was client. Crash, in my opinion, but okay. Tell me about Ashton, Dr. Chester.
I know the man. He's hated by everyone. Surprisingly, it's not clear what killed him. I find multiple wounds. No need to send many people to jail for killing such a terrible man. What say you only arrest the single person who actually caused his death?
Okay, puncture.
He appears to have been stabbed with a perforating weapon, perhaps a spike of some kind. There would be bleeding and it would affect motor control right away, but death wouldn't come for another 6 minutes.
$17, so for another 6 minutes at least, right?
He appears to have been stabbed with a perforating weapon, perhaps a spike of some kind. There would be bleeding and it would affect motor control right away, but death wouldn't come for another 6 minutes.
That wouldn't come for another 6 minutes, so at least 6 minutes he'd leave. With a puncture.
I suspect that there is at least one deadly toxin in his system.
This we're suspecting also. A huge coal-powered crane, the driving mechanism is complex and requires an expert
I should
operator.
return and find out about this.
Ashton,
He owned this site and paid us. We all hated him because he looked for any excuse to cheat us out of our wages. I didn't hate him any more or less than my mates.
170.
That's around the time I'm given a few minutes to eat something. About then I would have been buying myself an apple at the stand down the street.
Where
That's
was I?
around the time I'm given a few minutes to eat something. About then I would have been buying myself an apple at the stand down the street. That's around the time I'm given a few minutes to eat something. About then I would have been buying myself an apple at the stand down the street. It's difficult to work properly. You'd have to know what you're doing to drop it at just the right moment.
Okay, anything else? Anvil, please contribute to the benefit fund for the man who had his arm crushed. Any help will be much appreciated.
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
Doesn't matter.
That
Ashton,
man's a right bastard. I hope he's smouldering in hell.
crane,
I'm not a crane operator. I wouldn't know how to work that.
rush out.
My best chum is maimed for life, and Ashton didn't care a fig. He deserved what happened. Beyond that, I'm mum.
How about you? Eddie.
Eddie? Yeah, I taught him how to work the crane a few days ago.
Why? He said he doesn't have an idea.
I'm not a crane operator. I wouldn't know how to work that. What is that?
Mrs. Ashton.
He's my
Damien.
husband. Each day I bring him the household expenses just after he eats his apple. I also brought him his invitation to the knighthood ceremony, the one with the special scepter. Of course, he wasn't going to take me along.
Hair.
I often tie up my hair around a knitting needle. What business is it of yours?
Actually, I don't know. There was one option to ask you. Stamp boost pushed. 110 argues with wives. And 13. And 14. So this is like 3 minutes. This is totally weird. Has a single bite taken out of it. The inside of the apple is oddly pinky. Took apple. Sells apple daily in this street.
He
Ashton.
stopped by here every day at the exact same time.
He'd buy an apple and tried to cheat me out of tuppence. But then most folks do that.
Wrong.
Yeah, that sounds right. Came by for an apple. He was there when we heard the crate hit the ground.
Okay, so okay. Sorry. Pub. There is a pub, pharmacy, and probably this is all locations. Revolver. A wobbly box of revolver. One chamber is
I should
empty.
go back and ask about this.
Look at that. Newspaper. Includes an interesting article. Henrik Refinery brought to a halt. Apparent sabotage has destroyed machinery at Lawrence Hendricks Foundry. Rumors circulating imply that Industrialis John Ashton is behind the sabotage of his competitor. Ashton.
Ashton stops in front of this pub every afternoon to check on business rumours. Something of a bastard, Ashton. Told me he had a bit of jam on the side, if you know what I mean. Wife didn't know about it. Well, the bit of jam wants out, but he won't let her. That's the sort of fellow we're speaking of. That was Ashton's doing. The man had it in for me. He paid workers to wreck my machines. Cost me a fortune. As long as he was around, I'd never prosper. As a matter of fact, I do carry a revolver at all times. It can be a dangerous neighborhood for a wealthy fella such as myself. This proves nothing.
Maybe not, and maybe yes. Let's go to pharmacy. I still have no clue. Medicine box of Ashton's prescription with a few remaining loop pills. He must have dropped it along the way. Letter addressed to Thomas Rees, pharmacist. Tom, my dear brother, I have recently made a most upsetting discovery. The man who forced the foreclosure of this family farm was none other than John Ashton, your very client. His behavior in this affair is beyond indecent. Both father and mother are reduced to penury. You and I both must contribute all we can, although we each have obligations of our own. At the very last, you must cease to do business with this dreadful man.
I should go back and ask about this.
Pharmaceutical cabinet contains chemical labeled warning not to be ingested. Chemical 1 is bluish in color and listed as causing erratic movement after 10 minutes and death after an additional 60 minutes. Causes jaundice about the eyes and has an extreme anesthetic effect. Chemical 2 is pinkish in color and is listed or causing erratic movement after 2 minutes and death after an additional 9 minutes. Yields a green tint to skin. Okay, so I don't remember, but I think this is the one. That wouldn't match the death. That would mean that wasn't the chemical. Ashton.
I see him here every day. He can be unpleasant, but I don't really know him.
Huh. Ashton.
He's been coming to me for years. He arrives precisely at 1 o'clock and leaves 2 minutes later. He takes a bluish medication every day and prefers that I administer it.
Mary is a trusted assistant. As far as I know, she's completely above board. Today, she swept the shop and prepared some medications. She also fetched herself an apple from the apple stand.
This really is none of your business. He came to me for his blue medication. I gave him blue medication.
There is still something with apple stand. Ah, okay, so we have to go back and interrogate someone. Mary?
Girl who works at the pharmacy? Yeah, she slipped me an extra threepence. She had a special apple just for Mr. Ashton. I gave him that one when he come by. Mr.
Hello.
Ashton did look strange like. Eyes all yellowish. And then he turned pale after he bit into... Mr. Ashton did look strange like. Eyes all yellowish. And then he turned pale after he bit into the apple. Almost green, really.
Oh, he actually took the pills there, but they did not kill him. Ah, okay, there's gonna be some calculations. Apple.
Quite right. I asked the apple seller to give him a special apple. Is that a crime? He was a horrid man. That's all I have to say.
Back to apple stand. Mary.
Very well. I found out about his dalliance with that girl from the pharmacy. It's not the first. Divorce is all but impossible given his influence with the clergy.
We have everything. Okay. So let's see. Everyone wanted to kill him. That's like okay. Dreadful crimes. Ashton body. Bullet wound indicates that such a wound would cause death in 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Let's see if it matches, like when he left the pub. Where was the pub?
Bloody Pegasus!
12 minutes, that would mean that 15 he'd die 50. He would be dead 15 after first. Stumbles, spattered blood. Okay, so here he was shot. He died 20 minutes after first. Okay, so that's not it. That's not it. Let's go further. Triple crimes. Let's go for the body. The body has been crushed by the crane, but close inspection reveals other anomalies. A puncture wound to the gut. Bullet wound in the back. And the victim's skin has an odd green pallor along with yellowing around the eyes. Okay. Green pallor, yellowing around the eyes. And where's the pharmacy? This is not this one. Doesn't match, like green pallor along with yellowing around the eyes. Causes jaundice about the eyes and has an extremely aesthetic effect. Pinkish in color and is listed as a causing erratic movement after 2 minutes and death after an additional 9 minutes. Doesn't match. (9 minutes or 16 minutes? So let's just... Nice, thank you. When he actually bought the apple, he was here to apple. So it would be... 9 minutes or... Sleepy, sorry. I'm gonna... it's gonna... leave me in view. Okay, 9 minutes, so it would be 18 after. Doesn't match. User rank, so he'd be dead minute later. But here's like 16 minutes. Chemical 1. $16 minutes. Still too late. Oh no, not the pills. Guess they died like 19 after. Something killed him before. Just know nothing about this knife here, like she probably struck him. So it was a wife or another guy? Yeah, that guy will be too easy, but let's see. Recently we actually failed because it was too easy and
It was me for certain. I watched the crate fall and crush him. He was still moving when it hit.
no. Ah, and the wife.
I'll be the toast of the town.
A very unpleasant fellow. But what was that business about a knighthood ceremony?
Up to the click with you.
In any case, Mr. Raymond will have a story for Perlock Publishing.
That's weird actually, because like, okay, wealthy business owner John Ashton was murdered not once but 5 times, so it was that his business rival, his employee, his wife, his mistress and his pharmacist all made attempt to end his life. Poisoned, shot, stabbed and finally crashed. Ashton came to a very gruesome end indeed. Still don't know why knife over crane, but maybe I missed something like... No clue. Let's go and do a mission. Unbreaking the bank. He's still waiting like for a long time. So I hope I've managed to deliver what he wanted.
God help me.
Well... Policeman, can you help me? I haven't done anything wrong, officers. I'm just like was blind to like oh.